Fashion is a cornerstone of concert culture, where our musical preferences shape our style, while, on the other hand, experimenting with personal fashion can lead us to discover new music. At the heart of it all is self-expression, and for Lena, Kendall, the lead singer of Golden Oak, it's also about transformation.
The second I put on my stage outfit, that helps me transform into, I don't want to say persona because it still is me up there, but just that version of myself where I'm like, oh, now I'm performance Lena, I'm ready to go.
Hey, I'm Kyle Lamont, your host, and welcome to a new episode of Let's Go Festival, a rockumentary podcast series on concertcast.live that explores community-powered music events. Today we're at Under the Oaks, a folk rock music festival in Farmington, Maine. And just as there's a symbiotic relationship between fashion and music, there's a similar one between fashion and location. Take, for instance, my home state of Maine, where our style, for the most part, is all about function. I mean, you might see someone fresh from the farm, straight out of the woods, or just off a fishing boat at a concert. Our outfits reflect this versatility and allow me to go out on a pine tree limb. If Maine folk music was a person, I imagine they'd likely be wearing a well-worn flannel shirt, mud-caked LL Bean boots, oil-stained jeans, and a trusty Carhartt jacket.
I actually did go to a show once, and I was wearing my shirt, and then I was talking to the musician afterwards, and he's like, I also have that flannel shirt.
That's Constantinos, who I met by the river, and we'll hear more from them later on.
Listen to that solidarity.
Because it's in Maine, it's we all have the same 4 flannel plaid shirts.
But that's not the case with Lena of Golden Oak, a soulful folk band from Farmington led by sibling duo Lena and Zach Kendall, along with Mike Knowles on bass and Jackson Cromwell on drums. The band has gained national recognition as lyrical advocates for climate action, drawing inspiration for their music and songs from Maine. Here's Lena from a previous interview with her.
I walk into the woods, and that's just where I really feel the most connected. And so that's kind of what you tap into when you're trying to songwrite. You're where am I feeling connection? What feels important to me? And for Golden Oak, our whole last album was about the emotional and physical impacts of climate change. And really because that was just what was on our minds. A lot of us were just feeling very climate anxious and scared. And so that's what you tend to write about in those moments. It's just, I think just growing up in Maine is a part of that. We're just immersed. We're very lucky to be immersed in this beautiful natural place, mountains, lakes, rivers, forests. It's incredible.
Watching Lena perform, okay. Whether it's in a backyard in Bar Harbor or on Portland, Maine's biggest stage, it's always a thrill. It's because her outfits, her movements, the way her hands and hips dance with the air, the way she closes her eyes and is in tune with something greater than herself. It's mesmerizing, almost witchy. She's like a millennial Stevie Nicks. And let me tell you what, she's the only person I've ever seen make playing a clarinet look sexy. Yes, she even plays the clarinet.
Where I was like, hey, you guys, I'm going to bring my clarinet to band practice. And they were like, can you please not? And I was like, I'm going to.
And while Golden Oak delivers a consistently heartfelt, fun show, it's Lena's stylish outfits that many fans, including myself, look forward to seeing.
It's her energy, the outfits and the energy and the gratitude.
And you just heard from longtime fan Bonnie Argyropoulos.
I'm always excited to hear her play clarinet and see the stylish outfits that she puts together.
I love that she's down to earth, but still fashionable. And
all right, let me back up here real quick. Under the Oaks is a 2-day camping festival along the Sandy River in the western part of the state and features a stellar lineup of New England-based folk rock musicians, but that's not all. There's a pancake breakfast that the band serves to you, mushroom foraging in the nearby woods, yoga classes, afternoon dips in the river, and songwriting workshops. It's a gathering of people united by their adoration for Golden Oak. Here's Zach, the lead singer and producer of the event, explaining why they started their own festival, a trend I expect to see other bands follow soon.
Not only are we able to give something back to the folks that are in our community, but we're able to welcome people we meet all over the country into our hometown, and it's so, we travel a lot and people are always like, I've never been to Maine. And we were like, here's your reason to come, come hang out with us. We spent so much time in your homes, at your venues, in your backyards, even during the pandemic, and to be able, to welcome them sort of into our backyard has been just so rewarding. I've said it a million times, it feels like a wedding. It's like all these people that you are used to seeing in Michigan are talking with your parents after the show. And it's it has that sort of that vibe of just wow, it's amazing to see all these people together in one place.
So if it's not obvious already by now, this episode is about festival fashion at Under the Oaks and the experiences that surround it, with a focus on Lena. So it's only fitting that we meet up with her for a special Get Ready with the Lead Singer segment, a process which she describes as helping her step into character, blending her true self with the persona she brings to the stage.
And up to the cabin / green room. It's super cool. Hey.
Yeah.
I feel like you need rocking chairs, actually.
If these rocked, I
No, I was like, I feel like this is an awkward people watching spot for us with the binoculars.
It is. There's
It's
definitely
just
people peeking up there just watching.
and people are starting to roll in and set up their tents, and it's just, it feels good. It feels really good. It's exciting.
And you're about ready to transform.
I'm about ready to transform.
Well, I was talking with two fans down by the water, and the sentiment is real. People can't wait to see what you're going to wear.
It's so much pressure. I will say it was like a 3-person effort. My mom, my sister, and I this morning, I was like, please help me. I don't know what I'm wearing. I just rolled my suitcase out and opened it up, and I was like, does any of this work? And just trying on stuff and getting their input and trying a scarf for a top and seeing if that worked. And being like, how much fringe is too much fringe?
Well, your mom's quite fashionable too.
Oh, she really is. Honestly, a lot of the pieces of clothing that I wear on stage sometimes are old vintage pieces that used to be hers, from the 70s. Some from the 80s, and they're just those are the outfits I get the most compliments on, because they're just unique. There's this history behind them.
Speaking of history, let's get the quick backstory on Lena as a fashionista.
I always loved to dress up, even as a kid. That was one of my favorite things to do. That's what got me to go to preschool. I would cry every single day leaving my mom, because I was just that kid. But I remember the thing that would get me to go in the door was she'd be like, you can go play dress up. And I'd be like, okay, I can go play dress up. And I just zen out in the dress up area, trying on different shoes, different tutus. I just loved it.
And she dressed me up as a kid too. I mean, there were so many times where, I'm the younger brother, so there's a million photos of me in a skirt and cowboy boots and a top hat that Lena dressed me up in, kind of thing, a life-size, doll. So there's a ton of that. She's always been into dressing up and coordinating my outfit, and she still does it to this day.
And here's Alex Beliveau. He's a longtime friend of Lena's ever since they met at a house party at the University of Maine in Orono.
So talk to me a little bit about how Lena dressed.
A little bit how Lena dressed in college. Flowy, Bedouin, boho style. I don't know.
Even going to class and stuff, it wasn't sweatpants and t-shirts?
No. I don't think I've ever seen Lena in sweatpants. That stick out to me.
Sundresses.
Something with
a wide array.
Something with flow and volume to it. Not like a baggy kind of outfit vibes.
Lena has always had good style, and she's always like tried to push the boundaries of the band's style. You know, she's definitely, I feel like, has always been sort of leading the way and like pulling us all into a more stylish direction. It's like she sets the bar and we're like, okay, we probably shouldn't wear shorts and flip-flops on stage, you know?
So we're like in a shed.
Let's call it a she shed tonight.
It is your she shed. We have, I love like this.
A very random vanity mirror. I will say, okay, this shed before today was just full of tents and equipment. And the boys actually went about making sure it was cleaned out and putting that vanity mirror in here.
That's
so that I
sweet.
could actually have a place to get ready.
With camp lights.
Yeah, with camp lights, which feels very fitting.
Hook these up, but staples didn't work.
What do we have here? So I've narrowed it down. Essentially, we're going beige, gold. I don't want to call it beige, so let's call it gold. Kind of like a high waist skirt that goes down. It's like a little midi skirt, I'd say. And I think I'm just pairing it with like a simple black crop top that has like a little cinch, a little tie. And then I wanted to like add some kind of pizzazz, so I have kind of like a long sheer shawl that also has like some sparkles.
Cape-ish?
It kind of feels like a cape. I will say I'm a big fan of like high waist, crop top, and then some kind of like flowy layer on top to add like something.
Because you love movement.
I love movement. And so I think about movement a lot when I'm like choosing my show outfits, because I want it to be something that is going to like catch the wind, or like I do a lot of like arm movements, so like something that flows with me and just creates, I don't know, something interesting to look at while we're performing and singing.
It's like your necklace. Your necklace is giving fringe too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, since tonight's outfit felt like a little more low key, I wanted to pair it with like some jewelry, some like bigger jewelry. I also just love jewelry.
How would you say your style has influenced your music? Or vice versa? Does your style influence your music, or does the music influence the style?
I almost feel like the music influences the style a little bit more. And even looking back to like some of the music I've listened to, and the styles of like those people have like found their way into my own style, like Stevie Nicks, for instance. You know, like she like loved Fleetwood Mac, and then like all of her kimonos, all of her fringe, like all of her boots, like her hair, everything. Like it's fun. And I find myself like emulating a lot of 70s styles. But sometimes it can be versatile. Like when I choose like that fun shawl to put on top of something, I can quickly, when I get off the stage, kind of take that piece off and be able to like move our equipment, like pack up the van, be a little bit more versatile with my movements versus just being dressed up in my stage outfit. But I do find that the second I put on my stage outfit, that like helps me transform into that, like, I don't want to say persona, because it still is me up there, but just that version of myself where I'm like, oh, now I'm performance Lena, like I'm ready to go. And something about like stepping into that stage outfit, it's like literally putting on like your costume. And it just like helps me transform mentally as well as physically, where I'm like, yeah, no, I got it now.
I love it. No, 100%. It's wild that clothes can do that.
Oh,
and I love how you've chosen just to be, embrace that and to step into it.
Oh, I love it. And I find myself like, if I am feeling confident in like what I'm wearing, or really like excited or inspired by like what I've worn, like it's like a piece of art on my body or something, then I just feel better. I think it like makes me perform better because I'm just feeling confident. I'm feeling myself. I'm like, yeah, I look good. And so it just helps you like project that out there into the world.
I just love how you play the clarinet. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's...
You make it so sexy and fun.
Oh, well, thank you. That one started as a joke, where I was like, hey, you guys, I'm going to bring my clarinet to band practice. And they were like, can you please not? And I was like, I'm going to. And I just brought it one day, and then like somehow they didn't like kick me out of the band. So...
There's something so fun and carefree about the ritual of women dressing up for an event together, especially before a concert, sharing compliments, admiring outfits, and just general gabbing. Lena's sense of humor and laid-back attitude make it feel like we could do this all night, but with a glance of the clock, I knew it was time to break the girlish spell.
Okay, and so what now?
So I think I'm gonna keep this same necklace I had on.
Yes, love.
I'm gonna put on some bigger earrings.
Yes, wow, rings on every
Almost
finger.
on every finger.
Does that get in the way of instrumentation or anything, or you don't even think about
Only
it?
one of them does it. Actually, every once in a while I have like this spikier one, which every once in a while I've like gotten to like play my clarinet and it like has got in the way. But I love it so much that I don't care, and I'm like, it'll be fun.
Okay, hair's coming down out of the claw clip. Here we go.
I know, this is my biggest, sometimes I find that my hair is the hardest thing to do while on the road. I brought my little curler with me. I might try and like, maybe do like a half up with a clip, maybe curl some front pieces. I'm gonna say we also wear in-ear monitors. So then that's like another thing to try and just like, there's just always a lot going on around my face. So, I don't know. Sometimes I just like, the hair, I'm like, I don't.
And then makeup, which Lena keeps pretty simple. Shimmery eyeshadow, bronzer, blush, but lipstick and clarinet.
They really don't mix well. Yeah, no.
It's like all over your face afterwards. Oh my god,
so bad.
That's so funny, like clown, like, yes. But like you're just like pretending,
and I have no idea what would be happening, so I just be up there like, like, yeah, I have a great red lip that I love to wear for other events, but not for shows.
Yep.
Usually I'll literally just put chapstick on because, again, playing the clarinet, like, it's disgusting, but I basically have to be constantly making out with the reed because you have to keep the reed wet in order for the clarinet to make a sound. So I'm just like constantly like licking it. So I'll usually just do like a clear like gloss or like clear chapstick, something that's just like not gonna be obvious if it literally starts to get everywhere. Yeah.
All right, shoe time.
Yeah, I think I'm going some like black strappy clog sandals. These are gross, probably. Like, I've literally had these sandals for years, and they're really comfortable, and I also love them, and I've worn them, like,
fabulous.
So many times on the stage.
What brand?
Honestly, they're Danskos.
Of course they are.
Yep, that work.
Do you ever have performances where you're not satisfied with the look, but you have no time to like really change?
Oh, yeah. For sure. They're like, Lena, we need to go now. Like, we're going. And I'm like, just not totally feeling myself. But like in those moments, that's actually when my bandmates are amazing, because they'll be like, you look great. Like, oh my God, get out of your head. You look awesome. You know, and that is just, sometimes like if you can't, I'm usually pretty good at telling myself I look great. But like every once in a while when you can't, just to like have someone who loves you and supports you to be like, no, you look great. You're like, okay, I'll be fine.
All right, Zach, what are you thinking?
Oh no.
See, now, Zach's literally just starting to get ready now. This is how it usually goes. Then I'll get ready, and then did you hear him? What did you say, Zach?
That's not true. I picked my outfit out this morning, and I knew that you were going to be wearing something dark because it's a nice night, and I'm going black.
Black, nice.
There you go.
I think Zach has like his own personal style.
For sure.
That he does very well. Like, it's definitely like simple, more simple than my style is, but like he does it very tastefully. Like he'll just have like a really nice, like all black shirt with like interesting buttons or an interesting collar and like a nice hat. He can really rock a brim tat.
You gotta fix the brim of your hat. It's
Well,
way
it's
too
all fucked up
like,
and torn with it, dude.
yeah, you look like a witch with it on right now.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, but Zach doesn't
It
want to
does
look like a
get
witch.
terribly squished in the tour van.
Flatten it out.
I don't know. Does the hair down thing though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like with the weird brim and the hair down, you look like a witch.
Thanks, Mike, dude.
I can't.
It's the confidence he needs.
I also feel like
I like
witchy
my new
is part of
mom,
my
too.
aesthetic.
Yes.
Yeah, your hair looks great.
It's clear that roasting each other is their love language, and their collective humor makes it easy to be in their company. But before I know it, dress-up time with Lena has come to a close. Wah, wah. The rest of the guys start circling her, looking for feedback. Tonight, they're all donning darker colors. Zach has ditched the hat, but together they're cohesive, rugged, yet chic, timeless, yet each with their own personal twist.
So is like nail polish like a superstition, or just because you enjoy it? Does it help you feel confident on stage?
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of like playing bass and having like really dark fingernails that people can see, be like, look, 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 look. Not that I move that fast, but I think it looks awesome.
Well, there you go. Show ready. Nice. Yeah, looking sharp.
But it's Lena who truly dazzles head to toe, blending in effortlessly with the group while standing out as the vibrant front woman that she is. Then we all walk across the field together. The sun is setting and the crickets have begun their evening chorus. In the distance, we hear the gentle notes of Ben Cosgrove's keyboard guiding us towards the stage. Ben's piano music, inspired by the natural world, feels perfectly at home here. Lena grabs a show beer and lingers in the back of the house, soaking in the atmosphere. Meanwhile, I find a spot by the fire pit. Yes, that's right. At this venue, there are fire pits everywhere. It's such a sweet, cozy vibe. People are ordering drinks and food, settling into the evening, and the general look of the audience is laid back, warm, dressed for the elements. There's a slight tinge of fall in the air, so flannel has made an appearance. Before long, Lena and the band jump on stage.
Cool water, swimming feet, fruit from the vine. Truth is, I think I found the one. Smooth soul and a whole lot of fun. Living by the water treats us well. The sea has a whole lot to tell.
They're comfortable, proud, and kind, greeting everyone with gratitude. They hit all the highlights of their extensive catalog, showcasing a musical range that can take you from dancing and grooving to deep contemplation.
In the fall, just fix thrown into the fire.
Zach and Lena have incredible chemistry. Their stage banter is both funny and introspective. What I really love is the sense of equality between them. There's never a hint of sibling rivalry. They perform as a unified force. Lena and her outfit glow under the amber stage lights. Her shawl is draped gracefully around her. It's giving New England sexy charm. Her dancing is sultry and almost gypsy-like, as if casting spells with every step. Yet she remains approachable and inviting, never intimidating. Her voice, it lingers, haunting and powerful. They end the evening with a tribute to Stevie Nicks, a perfect homage to the mystic energy Lena channels on stage. And then comes the encore, a group sing-along where they step off the stage and into the crowd.
In this life unknown, you're either a mountain, a river, or a stone. In this life unknown, you're either a mountain, a river, or a stone.
Oh my God, your voice was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
How'd it feel?
Feels good. Now I'm on like that high, and also I feel like I'm like, oh, now I have to go like do all these things, but no, that felt really good. And just like, it's so nice playing a hometown show like this where you look out in the crowd and you like recognize people. Like there were people that were like my high school teachers, you know, and then like really great childhood friends that are here, and then also a mix of like new fans that I'm like meeting for the first time. So it's really nice.
A really particular good song you enjoyed tonight?
Honestly, just singing Dreams felt good. It felt really good. And the last song, like the encore song where like the audience sings along, it's just like, it feels like this moment where we break that barrier between the stage and like the audience, and like by walking into the audience and like singing acoustically and having everyone join in, it just like creates this, I don't know, it's just like this other feeling. It's so inclusive. It felt really nice.
Slinging merch, slinging t-shirts. Lena is primping the shirts, making sure they look all pretty.
Cool. Want us to ring you guys up separate or all together?
Yeah, separate.
Oh, separate. Cool.
Here's Lena describing the festival t-shirt design that was inspired by a poster on her wall.
Okay, what if we had this like bouquet that kind of gave like almost like this vintage feel, flowers that are found around this area and maybe like around this time of year, and then also like have our little instruments poking out of the bouquet.
Then they pulled in Malia Demers, a local artist and regular collaborator, to help complete the design.
And then she came back with this incredible, like beautiful brush painting that she had made. And it was like beyond what I expected and like so much more beautiful than I thought of.
And then their friend Josh Marcellano ran with it to help create the whole brand of the festival. The image was then screen printed onto a t-shirt, which is silky and soft. No wonder there's a massive line of people waiting to get one. I jump in line behind three really fun chicks named Meredith, Callie, and Olivia, who happens to be here all the way from Texas.
I love your outfits too tonight. Yes. What do you think of Lena's outfit?
Loved it. It was gorgeous. She has her own style. I know, and her earrings too were so cool.
Do you feel like you sort of have to dress up when you come to a Golden Oak show?
I feel like there's definitely like a vibe that you have to match. Not so much like being like super fancy, but just like kind of going with the vibe. I definitely tried more. Yeah.
Nice. What about you? I love your poncho.
Thank you. I got this at home at the Rattlesnake Roundup, so I thought this was a good occasion to wear my poncho.
What do you think?
She's beautiful. What a beautiful outfit. Like, it looked like a beautiful New Year's outfit. It was like gold on the bottom, and it had like little like shiny stars on top. It seemed like beautiful.
I'm paying less attention to what she's wearing and more attention to the things she's doing with her arms.
Okay.
And how she's like moving across the stage.
The evening winds down like the embers in the fire pit. Merch sales come to a close, and I head back to my car under a sky so bright with stars that I don't even need a flashlight to find my way. A mix of church bells and chickadees will likely wake you up here, and to me there's nothing better in this world than brushing your teeth in a field overlooking mountains. And then I take a quick 3-minute walk into town, which takes me past an estate sale where I couldn't resist checking out some antiques, before checking out the famous farmers market, eventually ending my morning stroll at the park in the center of town, where the band was hosting a pancake breakfast.
We'll put the pancakes on there for you, and then you pass the plate to me.
Okay, how are you guys doing?
Doing well. We've got sausage, we've got bacon, we've got veggie sausage, or you can mix. There you go.
Lena stands out, as always. She's wearing gaucho pants with yellow and white swirls paired with brown strappy sandals. Her round purple glasses scream Ken Kesey, and that denim vest, the one that I've been eyeing since its Instagram debut, completes the look.
Honestly, I got it when we were in Denver. So we were in Colorado, and I just like came across it in a little thrift store, and I was like, I'm getting the denim. Let's go.
It was such a quaint scene. Long picnic tables adorned with paper placemats, vases of wildflowers, and of course, conversation with new friends. After breakfast, it was time for mushroom foraging. I headed to the designated meeting spot where a large group of people were already waiting for Lewis Giller, a guide from Norspor, which is a Maine-based company that provides premium mushroom growing supplies and is the #1 resource for all things mushrooms.
You know, I knew we shouldn't have met here. I was telling my wife that there wasn't mushroom. Man, I gotta start writing these down.
After a chuckle at the pun-filled introductions, Lewis shares with us the fungi-mental importance of mushrooms and what to expect during our walk. Two can play at that game, Lewis.
Remember that this is an entire kingdom of life, and there are so many facets to mycology. Literally, it can touch every aspect of life.
And then we were off, nearly 100 of us walking towards the woods. I've been to my fair share of festivals before, but this was the first time participating in an organized experience. It felt like I was back at summer camp, complete with the quintessential beautiful Maine summer weather. But while others were foraging the forest floor, I was foraging for fashion.
Tell me your name.
D'Andrea.
And what are you wearing?
I'm wearing green overalls with lots of pockets on them.
Good for foraging.
Yes, very good.
And I love your hat.
Thank you. It's an orange hat, got lots of ventilation on it, like a sun hat.
It feels like you wear it a lot, too.
I do, yeah. This is like my beach, going outside, walking in the woods hat.
It's awesome. Okay, you ready for foraging?
Yeah, I'm ready for foraging.
How did you like last night?
Last night was amazing.
And what did you think of Lena's outfit?
I love Lena's outfit. I also love how she repurposes a lot of her outfit. I love that she's like down to earth, but like still fashionable and reuses everything.
While on the sun-dappled trail, yes, under the oaks, I spot two women whose style stands out in a really cool way.
You two are bringing it right now. I love your outfit.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The hats, we didn't have a hat, and we stopped in at the thrift shop and just found them.
Courtney and Hannah, friends from Belfast and Farmington, work as USDA soil conservationists, yet their outfits reinforced the beauty of unique expression. They were giving what my friend Heidi calls agro-glam.
What are we wearing on our nature walk here, guys?
Boots. Gotta have some good boots.
Yeah, you have...
I wear Blundstones every day of the year.
Yes. I wear Doc Martens every day of the year.
I love your space buns.
Thanks.
What do we have here? Like Anne of Green Gables?
Yeah, it's kind of like
top going
like
on.
Like a prairie shirt with like puffy sleeves. And
loving. Pattern pants, flowy. You have flowy pants too,
yes.
With pockets. That's good for all your mushrooms.
Yes. I didn't bring a basket, so.
But I got a backpack.
Do you enjoy watching like musicians who dress up on stage?
They have to have a good outfit. I have to.
Right?
They have to. They don't have to, but it's so great when they do.
Drawn to the Sandy River, I break away from the group, eager to see who might be enjoying the water's edge, like how I met Constantinas and Rosalie here last night, longtime Golden Oak fans who've been road tripping across the country in their Prius. As often happens with new festival friends, we exchange compliments on each other's outfits.
Love your chain here. Yes,
Wallet
black
chain?
shorts.
Yeah.
But practical shoes.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
Yeah. I'm sporting my Live Fully slogan, and so I'm living fully by the river.
I have a buzz cut, and it's because when I had hair, I was looking a bit shabby all the time.
And then it doesn't take long for me to bring up Lena.
And I love how she really takes a lot of time to think about what she's going to wear. Do you guys appreciate that or think about that?
I have been this past year thinking more about like outfits and the choices that people make.
I like when people dress up regardless.
But do you guys like seeing bands dress up and bands sort of like, I don't know, does that add to the concert?
To you, is it about the clothing or is it about the performance, or are they mixed?
It's interesting to me because I am the lover of understated practical clothing. I think important context here is that I am from rural Maine. I am from the woods. I'm a woods boy is something I've been saying lately. I totally will see a musician play in jeans and a t-shirt, and I'm like, yeah, like you're just like a guy, a member of my community or a member of some community somewhere, and it's like you're like a nice and normal guy.
Just like us.
Just like us.
You like the relatability of it?
I like the relatability.
Okay. For me, I feel if there's enough of genuine care about performance, it's enough for me.
And I think that if you're too theatrical about it, then sometimes it's like,
He's not looking for the performance, he's looking for the connection. And so he likes a simple outfit to reflect the desire for connection.
Except for Lena. I'm heading over for sound check here. And the group is all standing together. It's really cool.
We can build. We can build. We can build.
The end of their sound check marked the beginning of a new energy because all of the bands performing tonight started to arrive. Before I leave, I catch Zach and Lena for a quick chat. Here, their eyes sparkle as they talk about their fans and the festival's progress.
Last night we came backstage after the show and we were exhausted, and we sort of like peeked over the corner here in the green room, and there was like all these fans like having a cozy time by the fire, and we were just like, oh, they're all hanging out with each other and they're becoming friends. And so there's been a lot of that. It's really fun to see this like these group of fans grow into a community and like get to know each other, and come together on that connection of like knowing our music, but then like build bonds beyond that. Is like, it's beautiful.
I was just looking out and witnessing like our fans all becoming friends and like mingling with each other, and it was just so cute.
For me, as an audience member, and I'm an avid live music audience member, it's all about that relationship between the artist and the audience, and that sense of gratitude.
Though I won't be able to watch Lena's headline performance tonight, her description of her outfit is making my imagination run wild.
It's like a black dress and has black and white fringe along all the sleeves, and the fringe just moves like so well, and I feel like that's just gonna like look very cool up on the big stage and movement wise. So I like literally was like wearing it and just like practicing in the mirror a little bit, just like movement, and I just think it's gonna look really fun.
Our clothes and the music we listen to reveal our identities within our concert communities. At Under the Oaks, fans embodied Maine's nature in their attire, each with a unique touch I've never seen elsewhere in my travels. This experience has deepened my interest in festival fashion across genres and locations. The unspoken dress code, shopping, and packing all contribute to the overall experience of the culture of concert going.
Getting dressed is just like a way to like express yourself without speaking, and it's just like you can say so much about yourself and just like by the top that you choose to wear that day, and like based on my mood, like my outfit will look different, and I love it.
It's all about that wonderful fashion and flair, and it brings the energy with it. I mean, look at that girl.
When it came time for me to leave, I sought out Lena to say goodbye. I found her backstage, broom in hand, preparing the green room, or in this case, a massive pop-up tent for the night's performers. It struck me then how deeply invested she and her brother are in every aspect of this festival. From headlining act to custodian, Lena embraced it all with grace. As I watched her sweep, I couldn't help but smile. Even in this simple task, she embodied the festival's spirit of hospitality and community. And somehow, in true Lena fashion, she managed to make even sweeping look stylish. For your chance to experience Under the Oaks Music Festival, visit goldenoakband.com. This episode was produced, written, recorded, and edited by yours truly, me, Kyle Lamont. To listen to more podcasts exploring concert culture, visit concertcast.live and make sure to tell your favorite concert buddy about our show. And a rating and review would mean the world to me too. Special thanks to Lena and Zach Kendall and to everyone in the band, to all my new festy friends in this episode, to the owner of the venue, John Moore, and to my longtime friends and mentors, Heidi Stanton-Drew and Mark Tuckashan. And thank you for listening.
Hard to make a face, I believe, with all these mirrors pointing at me. I've come to witness the things I can't see. I've come to witness the passing of the time.